So we're putting down the last of 14 loads, and then we got to go down the hill and put out 6, but we run the terminal out of cement again. So we're going to go down the hill and put out 2, and then it's supposed to rain about 4 o'clock, and we're just going to get ready and just go home and come back. But that pushes everybody else that was behind me off, and they don't want to hear that crap. But I mean, I ain't running my stuff, everything 4 hours down the road to do a one-day job and then 4 hours back up here. If that don't work, I reckon just fire me. This is all graded, pretty much sub-graded out for stone. And so a lot of gabion stone and surge stone in this. This was a road going around. And it sounds like hell, but it's good to clean the inside of the mixing chamber out with it. It beats them stones around in there, and it knocks all the caked up cement off and cleans it up pretty good. But he's on his last pass, and then we're going to go to the other project down the hill. Jordan's come along, you know, kind of lay it down a little bit initially, and then we'll pack it and fine grade it and go from there. So we finished a load up the hill and got moved down the hill to this job. We put 2 out, mix it in the second. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's gonna rain over 1 inch tonight. We're loading the truck. I was gonna put it out, but I decided I'm just gonna park it inside the building so it doesn't get water on it and get stuck, crapped up and everything. We're gonna mix this, pack it, grade it, and then we should be out of here by about 5:30, 3 hours home. Otherwise, we're gonna be rained on like we got last night, and it's gonna be a god-awful Jesus mess again. And so it turns out good when you get it rained on, as long as it doesn't rain too much, but it is, it's aggravating while you're doing it. The reason it turns out good is because when you mix it in with lots of water on it, unless it turns it just pure to mud, it makes it nice and solid, gets a good blend. But anyway, we won't work tomorrow because of the rain, and but we will bring 2 loads of powder up and stockpile them. So we got to have 4 altogether. We'll bring 2 up tomorrow, take 2 empties home, leave 1 empty at home, come back, I'm gonna say Friday, get a load on the way, and we'll have this load in the truck. I'll start by putting that out, and then we'll blow off the 4 loads. They're flagged out here all the way across, and get it graded, and then start. It's supposed to be somewhere else Thursday, but it's just you got to finish one before you go to the next. I hate it. I'm sorry. It is what it is. You can't just bounce around, especially when they're 4 and 5 hours apart. I mean, you got to finish one and go to the next one. But anyway, we're just doing the best we can. So just finishing up. Josh is making his last couple passes. Had to stop, put some fuel in. The spreader, we got done with it, and then the chain bound up or something happened and it broke one of the bearings over here on the... I need to clean the cement that's underneath the bed out. It broke the pillow block bearing. I went ahead and had 2 of them overnighted. Oh, right over there on that side, it broke the bearing and the chain bound. So it is what it is. And get it pad footed and graded off and get out of here. That one up the hill, we got it done. And so this is done, and on to the next one. It's Friday, it's probably 1 o'clock. Might have another hour there. Tiller probably only got 15-20 minutes. When it's done, we're going to go ahead and load it up, and I'm going to send them trucks on back to the house. So I ended up having to work on the Stoltz bed. We got the job done in Hickory, and we broke a bearing, and there was so much concrete built up in the bottom of the tray that the chain was hitting the bottom of the bed. I'm ordering a setup. The newer ones have a plate that goes over here to keep powder from coming out, water from getting in. Right now, when it rains or dew runs down the side and goes up in there, I'm gonna go ahead and put a drip edge along here, right there, to kind of shed that rainwater and that water off. And then I'm gonna enclose this front and put a drip edge up there too. But anyway, it broke a bearing on the other side right there, so I went ahead and got new sprockets and new bearings, had to straighten out them shafts, and now I'm starting to feed these back through the bottom. And what I've done is I've run a strap down through here, hooked into both sides, and I'm pulling the chain back through there with the telehandler. And then I've got new sprockets, bearings, and for the rear, because one of the sprockets in the rear had a busted tooth, and I just thought it was a good time to get this stuff overnight or two. I should have got a new stick shaft, but anyway, it is what it is. And I got people breathing down my neck to spread powder, but I mean, if you can't spread it and it's tore up, you can't spread it, which we're having another problem right now. We can't get powder. Sometimes I use 8 loads a day, 6 loads a day, and I've been put on curtailment. I can't get but 1 load a week. I ain't sure what I'm supposed to do with that, but anyway, I'm supposed to put out 1 load. It's a lot of work to get set up to put out 1 load, but they're telling me 4 to 6 weeks, so maybe I can get caught up on some maintenance while we're doing that. I don't know. We'll see. Not an ideal situation, but luckily the company that I'm doing this next job for, it's a 4-load job, and they get cement powder too, and they were able to get 4 loads from something else that they were doing, so that we could get their job done. But I got to get this done and go do some survey and take this total station and shoot the curb on either side, so that I can make a surface to grade off. Anyway, I'll make a video of that. So anyway, we got Hickory done up there, and that was good. Anyway, Cecil was helping me, but he had to go load some dirt. But anyway, I think we're going to put some more seals up in here, some more wiper seals and stuff. Try to do some work to this thing while there's some cement that I broke loose inside. And anyway, let's try to do some maintenance to the spreader truck. And that's where we're at. So it took all day. Actually, it took more than 1 day, but chain's back in there, hooked back up. Put a new dust boot on the back. I used to buy a roll and cut my own, but it's about twice as expensive to buy one from Stoltz, but it's already pre-cut. It's got grommets in it. I have to admit, it's a little better than what you can make yourself. It's a little more expensive, but we had to weld a piece on there because I was going into Harbor Freight one day, and this caught the bollard on the gates on the way in. Anyway, it is what it is. New sprockets, new bearings, new gaskets there, new gaskets at the front. The only ones I didn't get were those ones right there, but I'll order them and put them in them wiper seals right there. I just had me out. And this tray used to be so full of cement that this was hitting up here. And that's what broke that piece on the front. But I need to keep it blown out underneath it. Or put some cast off in there so it won't stick, something. Wipers there. Oh, I'm supposed to be in the mountains with my family. I hope they have a good time. Anyway, I gotta clean all that mess up. It's about to rain. I needed to get over there to the track and get it surveyed, but it looks like I ain't gonna make it, so I guess I'm gonna head. It's gonna rain tomorrow. Ain't nothing I'm gonna be able to do here, so I reckon I'm gonna head to the mountains. About a 5-hour drive. It's about 6 o'clock, I guess. So 11, 12. Not terrible. Won't get my Bud Light tonight until late, but anyway, it's okay.